I speak loud. Hi everyone. I'm doing another video because this is something that I talk about all the time, like all the time. What? Is basically birth control. Like I just like if there was a pet peeve of mine that like it's just the ignorance around birth control, and I think how often how doctors like push birth control on women and how women just take it without like any kind of they don't even research it. I think because it's been used for so long, so no one questions it or whatever. But at the same time, I mean, how many pharmaceutical commercials? And I might have to do a video about pharmaceutical commercials by themselves because I recently just saw a pharmaceutical commercial and it was for depression and they were like, this pill may increase suicidal thoughts. Well, damn, I'm already depressed. Now you're gonna make me want to kill myself? Like, I just can't. Like, that's like one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. But anyway, yes, with the birth control. One of my really good friends recently told me that she has a friend, because people will contact me about stuff because, you know, I'm the spiritual lady and then I'm like the fertility women's health lady. So people always contact me about stuff if they need help or their friends need help about stuff. And so okay, like one of my friends told me that one of her friends has her UID, her IUD. I'm so sorry. Her IUD is lost. Nor her or her doctor cannot find her IUD. What is an IUD? IUD is an intrauterine device. So it's a device that's inside of a woman's uterus that is used to prevent pregnancy or whatever. And a lot of times these things are metal. Honestly, like just being real, just like even before I became like a healer or anything, like just the thought of something metal being inside of my body, especially in a place where you procreate, that's just I don't it sounds like it's gonna cause infertility. And I mean I knew that just immediately from just seeing it and just thinking about it at 16 years old. So I never understood that, but I know the doctors push this. A lot of they tell women, "Oh, it's okay." And like I said before, we worship our doctors. We think our doctors are God, so we listen to whatever our doctors say. And yeah, so women get these all the time. So and I recently saw that the Escher or whatever, it's like a IUD. It's like a little spiral metal thing that they put up there. That they're starting to recall that because women are having pain. You think you're having pain? You have a metal device inside of your uterus. I would imagine that it would cause pain. So anywho, this person is unable to find her IUD. Her doctor can't find her IUD. So the the suggestion is, oh, we have to surgically get it out. My grandmother had 5 children. One of them did not um, did not survive. My grandmother has 4 living children. And then after she decided that she was done having children, my grandmother got an IUD. Now this was back in the day or whatever, but this still happens today. The IUD moved. The IUD, the IUD moved inside of her uterus, and it's a little metal device. It caused severe scarring in her uterus. So then my grandmother had to get a hysterectomy. Okay, like I often complain about hormonal birth control because it does ruin your natural female balance and cause all kinds of issues, including PCOS, infertility, yeast infections. I mean, the list goes on. But with these other, they try to make it seem like, oh, this isn't going to affect your hormones, so this is safe, and they tell you that it's okay to just put this little device up inside of your sacred space, inside of your womb, inside of your uterus, and then they act like it's all cool in the game. No, it's not, because stuff like this happens. So now this woman is scared. I don't know if she has children or not, but if this thing has gotten loose and caused scarring inside of her uterus, again, the scarring, that can easily cause infertility. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, and a couple of other STDs cause scarring inside of the uterus and outside of the uterus on the cervix. And those things cause infertility. So now this woman, I hope that they're able to locate and she's able to live a healthy life and still have a healthy womb. But now because she wanted to prevent pregnancy for a certain period of time, she may never be able to have children ever again, or at all if she doesn't have any. Like, I don't like, it's just not worth it. And there are so many natural ways for women to prevent pregnancy. My son is almost 6 years old. I have never had to have an abortion. I've never had a miscarriage. I've never had a pregnancy in between him and now that I did not want, because I knew natural ways to prevent pregnancy. And that's why I have the course that I have on natural women's health on my website, so that women don't have to go through this stuff. They don't have to get these IUDs. They don't have to take these pills. They don't have to get these shots. And the shot is one of the worst things you can do, because it's like such a high dose of the hormone and stuff like that. And then you guys need to be asking, where are they getting these hormones from? How are they able to mimic these hormones in a laboratory? Research that and find out where that comes from, because you're putting this stuff in your body every single day if you're taking these pills or taking these shots. And then you have these devices in your womb and they can, do stuff. And yeah, of course, there are people that use these things and nothing bad happens to them. I used to use birth control, and obviously I was able to still conceive because I have a child, but I had side effects, and I had negative things happen as a result of that. So, again, all of the dangers associated to birth control, please research those, especially the idea of having a stroke. I know that's a very common thing. Having a stroke, getting blood clots. I mean, seriously, is it worth dying? I have to ask women, like, would you rather die or would you rather have a baby? Like, it's really that serious. And doctors don't make it seem like it's that serious, but it truly is, because there are women who die every single year because they take birth control. There's women who end up with hysterectomies because they take birth control. There's women who get breast cancer because they take birth control. Do the research on it. This is real stuff. If you want more information, if you want to learn natural ways to prevent pregnancy, I have a video on it, and then I go more in depth in my class. And I will post both of those below. If you are suffering from certain things regarding birth control, you can. My email will be below. You can email me, and we can do a consultation. Like, this stuff, it is not healthy for your body. Your natural female body chemistry is the way it is on purpose. It works perfectly. It works the way it's supposed to work. Like, there's no reason to alter it. You can prevent pregnancy naturally without, having to take medications. And then this stuff costs money. Okay, that's another thing that, when people to some of these medications, y'all, they're expensive. I don't care if it's $3. The stuff costs money. And even if the cost is not you aren't concerned with that, the physical cost, the tax on your body is not worth it, especially if you want to have children. If you don't care, and you don't care if they cut your uterus out and sell it for money like they do, especially if you're black. If you don't care about that, then I mean, whatever. But for those of you who want to maintain your natural fertility and maintain your body and not have body parts get cut out of you and not have your hormones jacked up, then my class is for you, and natural birth control is for you, and it works. You just have to pay attention to your body. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe women just don't want to have to pay attention to their body, and it's easier to just pop a pill every day or go to a doctor every 3 months and have them just give you a shot. That in itself is an issue that you don't want to monitor your body and make sure that it's working properly. So yeah, that's basically that. As I said, my class, the link to my other video about birth control, and my email address will all be below. I hope that helps somebody. Please think twice before you get this kind of stuff. Please, 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 because the side effects are real. If you just never, ever, ever want to have a kid again, go right ahead and do it. Um, and you know, if you don't care about the side effects, and you know, you don't mind just gaining weight and all the other stuff that comes along with that, possibly having a stroke, go right ahead. But if you want to maintain your own natural feminine rhythm naturally, like I said, all of the resources will be below. So I hope that helps someone. I'm sure it will. Um, you guys be blessed, peaceful, and abundant. Thanks for listening.